So I'm just saying, dog, you can't keep eating 5 steaks a night. It's too much meat.
I don't care what you say.
I'm just saying, bro. It seems a little. Oh, are we live? Are we
The
doing this?
sodium. He's gonna kill himself, dog.
The sodium is crazy, dog. Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Pat, the designer, back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. We got a little squad in the building. We got squad in the building. You know what I mean? Listen, a lot to get into on today's show. Bro,
is that the Richard White laugh he's gonna adopt?
I know. So shout out. What's good, fellas? He gonna catch gout, bro. He definitely.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
Hey, bro, gout is such a specific black injury. I don't know nobody white that catches gout, bro. I swear I don't. Hey man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button. Hey, did y'all see before we get into the show, did y'all see somebody in the comments was like, Pat's always talking about white guys. I think he's racist.
I did see that. Yeah, dude, seriously?
You've never seen Pat's dad.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, apparently not.
Apparently not.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
It's a tall white guy.
Jeez, man.
I cover all bases, bro. You know what I mean? If I hit you with right now with a little ¿Qué pasó? ¿Cómo está? Bien, ¿y tú? You know, I hit it. You say I watch a lot of Azigui and I hit it at baseball, Betty Five. I cover all the bases, bro. Can't stop me.
What do you eat? What do you gotta eat?
What you said? What?
What do you gotta eat? Mofongo?
Oh, you gotta eat the mofongo. De mudono. De huacacaca con queso fritas. Shout out to Kenan Thompson. That may be the greatest SNL skit I've seen in the 2010s. I'm not gonna lie. I'm up there with that one, bro. That Big Poppy was priceless, bro.
I'm not gonna catch salmonella. Calm down, everybody. I eat salad on the daily. I also eat healthy, okay? God, jeez.
I don't know when he eats healthy, but he does eat.
Hold on. Run this back. How do you think you get salmonella? This man said I eat salad on a daily. Like that was like the
I know
meat.
that didn't really connect. I know salmonella is when you probably.
I was letting them live, bro. You shouldn't have did that one.
I know. But I'm just saying.
Oh God!
Come on, man.
This must say Puerto Rican Pat. Hey, bro, you have no idea. That's what all the Mexican moms used to call me when they wanted me to get with their daughters. Be like, nah, I'm not Mexican. I'm just Puerto Rican or I'm just Italian and black. They be like, baby, that's just Puerto Rican. I was like, wait a minute, you can't.
That's a mix.
Hold on now. You can't just take a race like that. Oh man, let's talk some football, huh, boys? Can we finally get to some sports a little bit? Hey, we having a good time on this mug, man. We're having a good time. There's nothing wrong with a fun Tuesday to start the show off. A lot to get into on this one. Caleb Williams seems to already be taking control of his new team. I don't like control's the wrong word. Taking a leadership role on his new team. Let's say that. I got to look at some of the things that his teammates were talking about on Up and Adams with Kay Adams, who did a phenomenal job interviewing a lot of the Chicago Bears today. Also, our own head coach, who we all tried to get fired last year.
All of them.
Matt Eber Fluce.
Yep, I definitely did.
Is a favorite. I don't know if we tried, but like we said, he should be fired. Like tried is like we were calling up Ryan. You know what? Hey, you know what tried was? Tried is like Stephen A. Smith calling the league office on Russ. That's crazy work.
Yeah, that was snitching.
That's crazy work, bro. Hey, you know what I mean? That's crazy work, bro. Like, how was he not ejected from the game? Nah, bro, relax, dog.
It was egregious.
Big snitching out here. But no, man. Matt Eberflus, though, leading the way in a lot of these betting sites as coach of the year. I will ask it once again. Is it the beard or did something else change? We'll talk about that. Then we got to look at those NBA playoffs, man. A lot going on around the NBA. Denver not putting up a fight at all. And it's feeling like the 90s again, boys. We got a young Michael Jordan looking guy on the court going to work. He's shrugging. So you need to stop with the I don't want Michael Jordan comparisons when you're shrugging.
I saw your tweet too.
And he laughed about it. It was like, you know what you're doing. And then also Pacers and Knicks. Whew, looking like it's going to live up to the legacy. So all that more today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. What's going on, boys? How y'all feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good for a Tuesday, man. Can't complain.
What you see, kid? What's going on?
Yeah, you looking pretty.
We had an Eberflus joke lined up, but I was like, hold on, let me see if this maybe he upgraded in some areas. So maybe he did, maybe he was already there. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put that out there. But
I don't get what you're saying. Me and JC both don't get what you're saying on that.
Okay, listen, I'm trying to see if he Hey, listen, when you come in with swag, y'all ever saw that thread when a white guy goes with a black woman?
Oh yeah. With Travis
that
Kelce.
thread is
yeah.
all over the transition. Hey, Eberflus is in that thread somewhere. He has to be. So I'm just trying to say, I'm like, hey, no, that's a good joke. But
no. Fluce's wife just told him start acting like a head coach and not a linebacker. He talked about that today too. So Fluce just in good hands. But I didn't know what you were talking about. You were like, he's upgraded in some areas. It's like he got a BBL. BBL Drizzy.
First off, Metro, that was the weakest beat. That was the weakest response ever, dog.
Absolutely not. That was great. He told him, shut your whole ass up and make some drums. And Metro made a full beat that everybody in the world is going to diss him on. Yeah, I mean, I love it. Shout out to Metro. Hey, man, by the way, over 100 in the chat.
Hey.
Let's jump into it, boys. Caleb Williams seemingly taking on this leadership role, not wasting any time, already looking to work with his new receiving core, setting up throwing sessions, and I think he understands the expectations that are on him. We heard from a lot of his teammates and how they've been reached out to and have talked with Caleb Williams. Already, Cole Kmet talked about how a lot of throwing sessions have been set up. And DJ Moore talked about how they threw before the combine, talked about the anticipatory throws and all of that going in. And I feel like this is a great moment to praise this young man for instantly doing what many during the offseason question, being a leader. Right. Mm-hmm. And listen, it was a question mark for me. I didn't know. You were hearing everything. You were okay. Some teammates don't like him. I don't know where we're getting this from, but like apparently, and then you hear Ryan Poles get a chance to talk to him. And from that moment on, he has been nothing but the pinnacle of everything that you've hoped a quarterback to be. Now you got to see it play out on the field and all of that stuff. But already taking the reins, ingratiating himself into this locker room, becoming a leader. And I think you see it on the faces when you watch these guys talking about it. They were talking with Kay Adams on Up and Adams, right? Cole Kmet talked about how it's exciting. They've got a lot of young, talented players. I think for the first time in a long time, I don't even know if it's ever happened. We have an infrastructure in place for a high-end, talented rookie to come in and be successful. Obviously, Caleb is highly touted. He's been that way for a long time now. He gets to go into a situation with a lot of veteran, good quality players and also a really good defense. In my mind, that could be intimidating for a lot of young players, but Caleb already taking the reins on this. Do you love what we're seeing from Caleb early on, boys?
I love it. I already loved it because the fact that he did this before he even got drafted by the team. I mean, it kind of showed you where his head was at, coming into this situation, getting with DJ, getting with Keenan, and getting with Rome before they even technically got officially drafted together. I love it. I love the camaraderie. I love the fact that they're getting this thing early because, again, this is going to look like a special team getting off the ground running, coming into the season. And then with all the question marks about maybe does the team really like the fact that, he's replacing Justin Fields, this is kind of quieting all of the doubters, even more so than what we've heard, in the past about, what his character is like, his leadership qualities, the things that he's going to bring to the team. So you just love to see it.
Like the fact that, again, when you have, like you mentioned, all these doubts, all these critiques, all these criticisms, you shut it up as soon as possible. Yeah. And that's what he's done. This didn't have to get out. There's other players going to work right now that we don't know about, right? But we know about this simply because number one overall, all eyes are on him. But he didn't make a huge. I didn't see any post on IG and stuff like that. He really just went to work. So he's kind of living up to.
He's not doing the social media quarterback thing.
Say what?
He's not doing the social media quarterback thing.
Oh yeah, no, he's not doing that. There you go. I was looking for it. Help me. You work that. See, you working with me. Like he didn't do that. He just went to work, and now everyone else gets to praise him for it. And That's what you want. When other people praise you, that's when you know it's real. But when you have to go out there and praise yourself, now you're trying to convince people, and that's not really where you want to be. And so Caleb was doing it the right way. And let's just hope the work translates into the regular season.
Yeah, and that's what it comes out to, right? You're starting this work already. You're getting your guys together. You're getting a rapport with them. You're building it up, and that, excuse me, that's the most important part of this, right? Like, it's great that he's ingratiating himself to the city. You see him at the Cubs game, and he's doing the bear claw, and yeah, I mean, like which
still not doing that.
How many wins for the bear claw? How many wins?
I'm not doing.
How many wins for the
10+? We got to do 10+.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen.
He got to retire.
You know what it is. We're not.
He's got to retire.
He got to win and retire for me to do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. It just don't feel right.
We're not. Well, that's not really true because a lot of teams do have a hand signal. Yeah, I mean, like a lot of them racist, but a lot of teams do have a hand signal, right? There's the tomahawk chop. It's a very college thing. You know what I mean? Like there's. I guess it's
he
not.
Did the C and I would have been all right with it.
Nah, you can't do that. Caleb, very aware, being from the West Coast, you can't just go throwing up the C. Yeah, I mean, he got to go back home. He's got to go back home. He's not trying to Drake this thing. But I'm not mad at the claw, bro. I'm not mad at the claw.
Like it's.
See, I don't like how you do it. Kid leaves the pinky out there like this, like the pinky's a little too loose. I like the pinky. You got to go like you got to.
Listen. If we ever have him on, maybe he can show me the right way to do it because this don't feel right.
Commit, BK. Come on, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, listen. I'm not feeling the claw. I'm not feeling the silver paint. It is what it is.
Here we go.
Not feeling the claw. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the claw. All right, listen. Not feeling the claw. Not feeling the silver paint. I don't know. Hey, YouTube, never paint my nails. My wife will kill me.
Not a clear coat
Never
guy?
wanted to.
My brother do the clear coat. He always has. My brother's always been like, you get the nails done, you do a clear coat. I always tell him don't do it. If I go in and get a manicure with my wife or something like that, like I'm not doing the clear coat. I'm like, nah, leave them, let them just be. I mean, I won't be back here long enough for like the clear coat to matter. Like
but you don't do construction no more. Get the clear coat. Let them. That's part of good grooming though.
I've had that. I ain't even gonna front.
I'm fine. I'm fine with doing the whole. Yeah, it's the feeling of somebody just taking that little you dig and just. Yeah,
now you got them on your toes. That's different.
Why is that different? Why is that different? Why is that different, bro? If it's a hygiene thing, then it's hygiene for all nails on the body.
Time out, because I'm gonna see your nails on your hand way more than I should ever see.
No, but it ain't about a visual thing. It's a hygiene thing, is what you said.
No, the clear coat is a visual thing.
You're keeping yourself clean by putting the clear coat on.
The clear coat is a visual thing. It tells other women that you're a well-kept man. Trust me and believe me, your wife will appreciate when she knows that you take good care of yourself and it projects to the world. That's a whole different thing, bro. That's called keeping it clean right there.
I don't know.
Nah, you do that, you might as well put paint on them joints. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like if we're doing this for hygiene, yeah, I mean, like you need to be painting all your nails. Like commit. Yeah, I mean, let's go full commit if you're gonna do it.
When I say
I'm not a paint guy. I can't sit there with the nice lady in the Korean shop, getting the nails right. I can't. It's not me. I'm good.
Go ahead and massage your hand while you at it.
See.
What?
Easy. Go ahead, massage the hand while you at it. There you go.
All right, hey, Dark Mind said we throwing up big bear claws all season long, gang.
Right.
I love how Chicago done made it hood too. Like I love that. Hey, on my mama, don't disrespect the claw.
Hey, but Dark Mind got to get silver paint when he do it.
Hey man, listen, there's gonna be a lot of nails painted at these games. Do not. We've watched grown men go to a game about tackling men, go half naked in negative degree weather,
now when
and
you say
paint
it like
their
that,
bodies.
Put a letter on their stomach. Like, come on, man.
When you say it like that,
YouTube says straight wrist or it's a cat claw.
Ram.
All right. Okay. All right, you gotta, yeah. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. You can't, I mean, you can't be here.
What do you always say?
You can't be here. Right. Yeah, that's me and Monopoly. Bear Listener said, "What is we doing talking about wrist etiquette?" Nah, bro, that's fat. Hey, we got to get this down. We got to know what we going into when we start this up, bro.
If I see any of y'all taking photos like this, it's a problem.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, make sure
oh man, listen, I love it. I love that Caleb understands the expectation that is upon him right now. And he's coming in and he's setting a standard. Here's the funny thing, right? He's galvanized an entire movement behind it. We're sitting here joking about this, but there are people now who, and not to say that it was never done before, but Caleb made it cool. Right? Yeah. Caleb made something cool the second he walked in and was just like, oh, here we go. We're doing this. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, now you're seeing it in pictures. Now you're seeing it pop up around Hallis Hall. Now you're seeing a lot of the guys on the team doing stuff like that, right? So, although TJ Edwards said, he was like, nah, that's not me, bro. I'm probably not gonna do the claw. I drop a bear down. I've been here forever though. I'm not throwing the claw. But I love how Rome Odunze even talked about it, right? He was asked about, is he excited about the team's potential with him and the quarterback Caleb Williams being in town? He said, definitely. He's excited to see how the new look pieces are going to work together, especially with Caleb throwing the ball. There's so many different avenues of that offense that we can explore, especially in this wide receiver core with such versatile receivers. There's no limit to what we can do. These guys know what's being expected of them, and they're not shying away from that. Last year, a lot of it was wait and see. We're gonna. Hey, listen, wait till the season starts. Here we go. Y'all already know how we coming. Hey, just wait and see. This year, it's like, no, we hear y'all. Let's go. Like, let's start right now. Let's start day one. I love that Caleb Williams is bringing that. And I talked about this a little bit yesterday on the show. The fact that, like, I can't wait for training camp because I already see, I don't know if y'all saw the interviews today or not, but like DJ Moore and TJ Edwards already jawing back and forth. Light jabs. Also, we found out that DJ Moore's nickname from Fluce is Lamborghini and that TJ Edwards is Hitman. So we got Hitman and Lamborghini. Sounds like a buddy cop show to me. Let's get it done. But I just love the fact that I can't wait for that energy to hit the field.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I love and that, to me, that goes to the confidence of the team overall. They kind of see just how special they are on paper, right? But now it has to kind of reflect and translate to the field. But the fact that these guys are already saying, hey, like even in the wide receiver room, I want to see who's going to be the first one to 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Or, is the defense going to outdo the offense? We talked about it the other day about how we have maybe some of the best cornerbacks as a whole on this team who are going to be competing every day in training camp coming up against these wide receivers. They're going to just make each other better, which is just going to make the team better as a whole. And then, of course, you got Tory Taylor on special teams.
Big Tory
power. All right. But yeah, no, I love the fact that
are we missing an opportunity to say Taylor gang with him?
Ooh. Over Croc, what is it?
No, that's a Pittsburgh thing.
No, I know what it is. It's
Crocodile Punter.
The Crocodile Punter is a nickname, but like the people that are following him, are we calling them the Taylor gang, or is that like an actual gang?
I can see that.
I know it's a Wiz Khalifa thing, but I don't know if it goes deeper than Wiz Khalifa.
I don't know.
All right, I like Taylor gang. Yeah, I like Taylor gang.
We'll
don't fight
that. I don't know.
The thing I find most interesting about all of this, though, is you have a heavy. Obviously, we have a nice mix of those who were there the season before. Well, we had this same rah-rah. We had this same let's go get it stuff like that. And they it's clear, at least it's evident to me in how they communicate now. It's not that same situation. Like they're going to come out better than they did previously. And I think a lot of that has to do with obviously the other moves, Shane Waldron being there, Caleb being more in tune. I'm not trying to sit there and disparage Justin in any way. But they just speak about this whole process differently when it comes to Caleb than they did with Justin a little bit from the preparation side, not just the rah-rah side. So I'm looking forward to that cautious optimism between those who were there and the embarrassment that ended up being the season that we had and how we opened up versus what we have now, the vets that we brought in the room. Obviously, we have DJ Moore, but Keenan Allen being the vet that he is. obviously the Montez Sweat, the other additions we made mid-season, how that ultimately is going to change how we start this season as opposed to how we did last season. So I'm looking forward to that. Just get off to a good start. I'm expecting some ups and downs, but let's just start this season off right.
Yeah, minicamp coming up too.
Yeah, we got a lot of dates coming up, man. I mean, you got rookie minicamp, you got OTAs, you got training camp. There's so much coming up, man, and I can't wait, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like last year, it got to a point where I was like, all right, bro, like y'all not doing nothing. Like you're not really like, yeah, I'm out here, I see y'all, but like, I'm not really doing nothing. I'm out here for an hour and then I'm ready to go home. This year, to me, I think that, and this goes into our next topic, so we can get into that as well. Hit that like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the page. Leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. 186 in the building, 36 likes. Hey. Crazy work. Let's get that up, man. But excuse me. I think that when we talk about expectations, when we talk about, right, where does this all start? The fact of the matter is, to me, this all starts with Matt Eber Fluce. And with him being favored by a lot of betting sites, I mean, FanDuel, DraftKings, a lot of these guys favoring him to win Coach of the Year. What is it going to take to get that done? What do we need to see out of Fluce? And when does it need to start? We'll talk about all that and more right after we tell you guys about this fire party coming up this weekend. Y'all better be there. Tune in with us, man, for the 30K party up at Logan 11. Here we go. Super producer Joe Holt,
and we want to party with you. That's right. Come celebrate with us for our 30K party at Logan 11, May 11th at 8 p.m.
I do talk about it. Yeah, pull up on us. $20 gets you in one drink. A lot of drinks. Let's have some fun. Got a lot going on that night. What are we doing?
Come hang with us. We'll talk some Bears, maybe some Bulls, maybe some White Sox.
You ain't watching White Sox.
Yeah, you're darn right. So, hey, look, grab your tickets, and the link is in the description below. So come hang out with us and see the whole crew. That's JC. We got Calvin. We got Super Producer, myself, and we got Pat, and we got Ringo.
We forgot Kid.
And we got Kid. Don't forget Kid. Let's go.
We always forget Kid. What's the shade on Kid, bro? Like Joe, first off, there's no Joe without Kid. We don't get the Joe without Kid. Yeah, I mean, like,
hey, I still get the text messages and voicemails. So I hope you
got
know.
The receipts?
If I ever have to Kendrick this man, trust me, I got the receipt.
You actually got receipts.
He not like us. He not like us. He not like us.
Yeah. Okay.
How you man?
Old guy from the suburbs.
You need to go get them waves back. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. If you haven't done so, get it done. Let's get into this Coach of the Year talk. Very interesting Coach of the Year talk surrounding the Chicago Bears right now because Matt Eber Fluce, somebody who, I mean, listen, many of us left the season saying there's no way you bring in a new quarterback and you don't get rid of Matt Eber Fluce. Fluce is here. Fluce is bearded. Fluce is faded. Fluce is vibing. Fluce is in the building. And the Fluce is loose. I don't know what else to say about it. He's got a lot of things going in his favor. What would it take in your mind for Matt Eber Fluce to win Coach of the Year? FanDuel right now has his odds tied with Harbaugh and Raheem Morris down in why can't I think of where the Texas? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Atlanta. Yeah, Texas. Wrong black guy. No, down in Atlanta. And then I believe DraftKings has him only behind Jim Harbaugh to win Coach of the Year. What is it going to take in your mind for Matt Eber Fluce realistically to win Coach of the Year?
To be honest with you, there's going to be a lot of things outside of what he can control that I think will have to happen. The first good thing that's on his side is we probably have the offensive rookie of the year on our team. I mean, Caleb Williams. So that we will probably, we hope, right? So if that happens, I feel like that will kind of, cater to him being the coach of the year. For me specifically, if Caleb can break those records that no Bears quarterback has ever broken, 4,000 yards, 30-plus touchdowns, or at least get close to eclipsing those things, I think that will bode well in his favor. I think if we get over 10-plus wins and also make it to the playoffs, that will really help his stock with that.
10-plus wins. See, Coach of the year is tough for me, right? Because I don't think 10 wins. 10 wins. What
in
does
this
that do
division, though?
In the NFC, in this
you
division,
got to win the North for you to win Coach of the Year for me.
Well, that's what I mean. In 10 wins in the NFC North, because I mean, this is probably the toughest division. 10 or 11 might do it.
He has to win Coach of the Year, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think that. And this is, I don't
he has
want
to win the division, win Coach of the Year. You saying?
I don't want to venture too far off the top, but I think Poles has a better chance of winning an award than Fluce does, if I'm being honest, just based off of the construction and what we done. He has a opportunity to double up like Ryan Poles did. Ryan Pace did, excuse me. So I see that being more likely, or Caleb winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, things of that nature, which I'm kind of on the fence. I think that always typically goes to a receiver for the most part. I mean,
Offensive Rookie of the Year? No, Offensive Rookie of the Year usually go to a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
usually when it goes to a receiver, there's not a good quarterback in the draft. like you almost could track that every time. I think the only year that it didn't really happen was Andrew. I think Andrew Luck didn't win it, and I forget who won it that year. I think Luck didn't win it, and I want to say
Luck did win it.
I don't think so. I think
Luck
a wide
one
receiver
of the best
won it.
rookie seasons of all time.
I agree with you, but I think a wide receiver won it that year, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a running back. Like it was one of those, like, for real, dog. I might be wrong on that. But
doesn't he have the record for best rookie season? I think he has the record.
That I'm not sure.
That I don't know.
That I'm not sure of. I'll be honest with you.
yards, something like that.
Yeah, it's up there. I'm not sure if it's number one.
Andrew Luck definitely had a. Let's see. It's not like we're all sitting.
Why you look at
like we're all not all sitting at computers right here. He's only
I'm back.
34.
I'm back to my
That's insane.
But
Andrew Luck, 10-6 his first year. 4,500. Yeah, Jesus Christ. 45. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one. 11-5 his first year. It's actually better. 4,300 yards, 23 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. A lot of picks.
Yeah, that is a lot.
A lot of picks, but still more touchdowns than interceptions. 41 sacks. Jesus Christ.
Dude got killed.
Well, that's why he had to retire early. But
seriously, like, I think that's more. It's more likely, Ryan Poles winning something as opposed to Eberflus. I mean, let's be for real. There'd be a crazy turnaround to go from, you're on a hot seat, maybe fired, to Coach of the Year. It can happen. I know it's football. It can happen. But, like, realistically, I think we all praise Ryan Poles more for these roster moves and how this team has come together more than we praise Fluce. And if we are winning and we are a high-power offense, I don't think anyone's going to credit that to Eberflus. Realistically, we're going to look at, hey, this is what happened because Ryan Poles got Shane Waldron in here. So,
I don't think that there's a lack of. By the way, Andrew Luck owns the record for passing yards. Justin Herbert owns the record for passing touchdowns. 31 touchdowns in a rookie season. Jeez. Yeah, he was slinging that thing. And to think he hasn't gotten better. But no, I just think that
hate for Herbert is crazy.
Nah, bro, because it's not hate for Herbert. It's
every time, Pat, is hate.
It's not. It might be hate. It might be hate.
This man does it every time.
It might be hate, bro. Because he just, I don't know, bro.
Give Herbert.
It's the fact. I
like his hair. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. To me, it's the fact that every time, like if I can count on you to throw like the goal line interception, like, you're not that dude to me. Like, I know Phillip Rivers is going to the Hall of Fame, but it got to a point where I 110% knew he was gonna smoke the game. Now he had what Caleb was dealing with at USC, where you got to go through a lot of stuff and the defenses wasn't always the greatest and stuff like that. But if it came down to like one play, one drive, we need you on your arm to not throw a pick as we get into this end zone. Phillip Rivers was like, I don't got you. And I feel like Justin Herbert is just continuing that legacy.
It's the same thing.
But I also feel the same way about Trevor Lawrence. But no, I look at Fluce's Coach of the Year chances like this. It depends on what Caleb Williams is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a win total. I would say you have to win more than you lose 100%. But in this division, I mean, you look at Harbaugh's chances, right? Harbaugh is he's facing up against the Broncos. He's facing up against the Raiders. He's facing up against the Chiefs. 2 of those 4 teams suck. And surprisingly enough, we don't think it's the team that Jim Harbaugh is going to because he's at least got the quarterback in place in Justin Herbert. He's at least got the quarterback in place in Justin Herbert. You know what I mean? So I think that when you look at the success of a coach of the year candidate, Jim Harbaugh has to get that entire team together. I think that Matt Eber Fluce has to maintain what he did this year. And he has to get that offense into the next era, which realistically speaking isn't even on him.
It's not his job.
Right? It's on Shane Waldron, but he will get the benefit from that. If Caleb is successful in year one, Matt Eber Fluce, I believe, will be the coach of the year by the end of this because Caleb's being successful more than likely, unless your defense falls off a cliff through the last 7 weeks of the season. The Bears are the number one defense in the NFL. Unless your defense falls off a cliff starting this season, I think that you find a way to keep the defense on par. So now you're just talking about building the offense. But I think that starts with Fluce. And the reason why I think I would slant it a lot towards Fluce is because last season we thought we were going to start at a certain point. Last season we thought we would start last season, at least from the point that we left 2022. We were like, all right, we did this. We finished the season here. Justin looked like he was finally starting to figure some things out. Here we go. Boom. All right, let's start from there and build up. We took 7 steps back. It took us 4 weeks to get back to looking like a team that was the team that we started off as last year. And I believe a lot of that is because you didn't take training camp seriously. You didn't take preseason seriously. You didn't start your season off prepared. And I get it. Listen, you don't want guys to get hurt. You don't want guys to go down. But you have to be prepared. Rudy Gobert has won Defensive Player of the Year. Is that facts?
I hope not.
That's crazy.
I'm not exactly sure if that came in.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had Wemby winning that by a mile because that boy was changing the game.
He should have.
Wemby got robbed. If that's the case, that video dropping as soon as we get off. Wemby just got robbed.
I don't see nothing in the news yet. I have to check Twitter, but no, I think that you have to start right now, right? You got the Hall of Fame game. Everything is starting early. You have right. You have the extra game. Like there's no reason Minnesota Timberwolves center Rudy Gobert won 2023, 2024 Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, Shams.
Low hate toward the Rook. He gonna win Rookie of the Year, but that's low hate toward the Rook. That's crazy.
Trash.
You know what I mean? And so for me to start this season, I think that's the biggest thing. Start now. It can't start during the season. It can't start 4 games into the season. It can't start. You're not good enough to use the preseason. To use the regular season as the preseason. The teams that I believe are good enough to do that don't even do that. The Chiefs don't do that. They might have a little slow start, but they're not sitting there using the regular season as their preseason. Right? The Bills don't do that.
The Bills don't do that.
But like your best teams in the NFL that should be doing that don't do that. And I'm not saying go all out like you need to be going absolutely hard preseason. You need to be playing it like a full game. No. But take it seriously. Take it as an opportunity for you to go out there and build something up. Get guys who are new used to a system.
Get that ramp up period going. Yep.
Eberflus can't allow that to happen twice, back-to-back seasons. Like
realistically,
the whole NFL didn't actually do that last year. Yeah. I just find it funny that we're having this conversation because Eberflus was on the hot seat last year. And again, this just goes to show you when you construct a team, again, on paper that looks as special as it could be on both sides of the ball in all 3 phases of the game, special teams, offense, and defense. That's when, all these recognition, the praise, and the accolades come. Even if we thought Eberflus probably should have been replaced this past offseason. So what an offseason can do to change. This actually reminds me, I was just looking it up, 2018 when Matt Nagy won Coach of the Year. I mean, let's just be honest. Did all of us think that Matt Nagy himself deserved it, or was it because of the product of that defense in Fangio? To me, that was the reason why they won. And, of course, the coach is going to get the credit for that. But Vic Fangio was the reason that team really took off and did what they did because it was a product of the defense.
Yeah.
On this version of the team, you could say that it's the defense and the offense. If they continue to do what we think they're going to do, Matt's going to get the praise.
I would agree with that. And I think that here's the thing. It's more because a coach of the year doesn't just have to do with the offense. I think the offense is the one piece that's missing. Right? It's one thing. It's one thing to say, it shouldn't be. He shouldn't be coach of the year because this is missing, this is missing, this is missing. The defense was number one defense the last 7 games of the season. If you start there, if you start with your defense hitting that trajectory, I'm willing to have that conversation. If you start with your defense doing that and the offense is catching up, usually your defense is a little bit ahead of your offense. That's normal. Because the offense, there's more intricacies in it, and there's more that has to go into it and all that. That's normal. I'm fine with that. But the thing that I don't want to see is just like last year, Yurko talks about this all the time. He said there was no reason for anybody on the line to be at training camp. You're not hitting. There was no reason for anybody on the offensive or defensive line to be at training camp. You're not wearing pads. You're not hitting. Nothing you're doing is real. You're having 2 or 3 days of actual padded practices. And then when you're supposed to be going the hardest, he said he showed up when on the one day that it was supposed to be, this is the practice. Like, here we go. Like, people finna die today. This is how we show. He was like, it was the dumbest thing I watched. I sat there for 20 minutes, said I've seen enough, and I went and waited till the show started. There's something about, like, I get it. I remember the first year, right? Guys are hitting too hard and the Bears are getting fined and stuff like that. Take the fine. You know what I mean? Take the run a real practice.
Right.
Make your guys better. Because guess what? Those fines don't matter if you're on deep playoff runs. Those fines don't matter if you're continually winning games during the regular season. Because your team was ready for the beating that it was going to take. And I think all of us would agree with this. The team that had the least amount of talent since Fluce has been here is the team that's gone the hardest. The team that had the least amount of talent, the team, the blow it up team, was the team that always gave everything they had. It took us till we got Montez Sweat in the building to get back to that.
Got to put out good tape, baby. Got to put out good tape.
So, I don't know. I thought that was I'll be intrigued to see how these odds fluctuate throughout the year. I think this will be something that'll be constantly on the move. But if you are a betting person, listen, Fluce with some pretty good odds to win Coach of the Year. Take a chance, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how much money you win.
Shout out to us again for being in a position to actually have the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't been in these conversations often, and when we were in those conversations, we always felt like it was a fluke, double doink. Like, we are actually in that conversation, and we feel like it's competency from the top down. Like, I'm satisfied with where we are. So I'm happy to be happy.
I think the Bears are doing some good things, man. I feel like there's a lot to look forward to with this team, and I'm excited to see how they're going to build out on it throughout the season. Let's keep this thing moving along, though, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Actually, before we get out of talking Bears, I do want to send condolences and prayers out. Bob Avellini, longtime quarterback of the Chicago Bears, passed away. I want to say Friday or Saturday. And I didn't bring it up yesterday. I was actually my worst for yesterday, but wanted to get that in there. Shout out to Bob Avellini. Shout out to the family. Prayers up. Not a lot of success here, but still a Bear, and that's what it means. You know, you're a part of the family. Bear down.
Bear down.
Bear down. Yep.
Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it
and
pushing
leave it
along.
To Pat to like bring it all the way down, and now we have to come
I don't know if I brought it all the way down. Listen, you gotta.
You gotta acknowledge.
Listen, hold on. First, though, we got to do it the right way. Moment of silence for Bob Avellini.
Yep.
Thank you very much. All right, let's keep this thing moving along. Appreciate y'all tuning in, showing love. Let's jump into some of this NBA talk that we got around the league, man. The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and we got some exciting basketball happening on the court from one team. From the team with the young man that says, "Don't compare me to Michael Jordan," and then knocks down a 3 in 2 defenders' face and shrugs.
Love it.
Doug, he's got to stop, bro.
Love it.
He's got to stop.
The trolling is hilarious.
There's no way. Here's what I love about it. He knows how to, I said this yesterday, he knows how to play the game. On the court, yeah, I do think I'm Michael. Off the court, man, don't y'all ever compare me to the greatest of all time. That's what he does. He's the man. I could never be him. It is what it is. I'm going out here. I'm just playing my game. On the court, tongue out, yamming on people, little hip action as he's going in. He's doing up and under yams. He's clearing out, turn around, pump fake, 2-dribble pull up. I mean, like, what the heck was that? It was Michael Jordan off the court. Nah, I mean, listen, we're not even gonna have those conversations. You know what I mean? If, for me to bring up Michael, you got to bring up Kareem. You got to bring up Scotty. You got to bring up. All right, dog. Okay, you know what you're doing. But the team on the other side, the defending NBA champions, down 0-2, looking
get it together.
bad. And I talked about this on Locked On NBA last night. And I'll talk about it here. I love the fact that we have so many guys like a Nikola Jokic in the NBA that want to get everybody involved. But I love the fact that on the other side of this, they have a young man in Anthony Edwards that, I'm going to get as many people involved as I can, but at the end of the day, I'm taking this money. Nikola Jokic is the biggest man on the court by far. He is the most finesse player around the rim on the court. He's the guy that can get his shot whenever he wants to get his shot. I understand that Karl Anthony Towns is guarding him, but Karl Anthony Towns is guarding him. Oh, by the way, there was no Rudy Gobert on the court last night.
That's the crazy part.
Nas Reed did a wonderful job on him.
Nas Reed is nice. Nas Reed is nice.
Did a really good job. You know what you can't do if you're Nikola Jokic? You cannot leave that court with 13 shots. That's sorry.
5.
You cannot. You are the best player. Most people would say right now Jokic is the best player in the NBA. Most unstoppable. He's averaging on this team versus Cat versus Gobert. He's averaging 30-plus points versus both of them. Not in this series, but against this team this season. And you don't get yourself involved offensively in the slightest. Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. And I said this about Paul George and the Clippers. I said this about Anthony Edwards when he did this in the I believe it was one of the first round series he did this, right? Like when you're the best player on the team, especially scoring wise, you need to be scoring. Or at least trying to score. I get it. Jamal Murray had the better matchup. No, he didn't. There is no better matchup on the court than you, big fella. And I need to see you do more because this series is dead without Nikola Jokic. No matter, you know what this team looks like? A team without Nikola Jokic. Except he's on the court.
I'm gonna take this a different route, Pat. I'm gonna say this reminded me of what the Dallas Mavericks did against LeBron. Sometimes you do your best guys have to be your best guys, but a lot of times we compare them to some of the most unstoppable people in history. Like, you know, Shaq saying, you have to be in the paint like Shaq. You got to realize you're also like 60 pounds heavier, taller, stronger than Jokic. That's a different game up there, right? Yep. When you saw them make that entry pass to Jokic and him put that ball on the floor, they swarmed him often. And you can't do anything about that as a big man. Like, the one thing I will say is he's very crafty. He's a 3-level scorer, but he's not Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has an offensive package where I think he could have done a little bit better. He just don't have the right mentality. But skill-wise, I can see that. But just watching it, time in and time out, the Wolves forced them to shoot, forced them to pass to people who you didn't think were shooters. Aaron Gordon was wide open several times. That's intentional. If Aaron Gordon is knocking down those threes, I'll live with that.
Hey, living all day.
I live with it. If he dropped 30 on me, cool, because he ain't never hit that many threes in the world. And they force that. If you look at the closeouts on MPJ, how they force that. You look at the defensive presence. People forget that Jamal Murray is like 6'4", 6'5". Ant-Man's 6'4", 6'5". Ant-Man's not 6'6". They're the same height. He stuck him all the way when he was in. And then when he wasn't, who was the other guy?
Who? Oh, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Yeah. We just have to give credit to the fact that the Wolves are just better conditioned and they were hungry. And they had a game plan to shut down their best player. And when you really look at that, how they shut down their best player. The Denver Nuggets are very top heavy. There's not many people who can get them a bucket on their own on there.
Outside of the top 4?
See, I was gonna say,
top 2.
Nah.
MPJ can't create his own shot like that.
Michael Porter
Tell me the last time you seen
the
ball on the floor.
I wouldn't say that.
The last series, he did it all series long.
He's
was
good in
cooking the
transition because he's 6'10". But if I forced him to be a ball handler, he's not that good.
He's a better catch and shoot player, but he gets a lot of catch and shoot opportunities. So I think that you have plenty of offense on this team. Offense hasn't been the Denver Nuggets problem. Here's my problem with your analogy or assessment of this. I've watched Jokic play the Timberwolves 3 times. I watched all 3 games during the regular season because I think all of them fell on a Wednesday. He eviscerates them. Not by shooting, not by passing, by going right through their chest. Nikola Jokic is 40 pounds heavier than Cat. Nikola Jokic is 30 pounds heavier than Naz Reid, which is crazy that Naz Reid weighs more than Cat. Nikola Jokic is 40 pounds heavier than Rudy Gobert, and he knows it, and he's utilized that in 3 games during the regular season. And now when we get to the playoffs, I'm going to be honest with you. In the second half of the last game, I don't know if my man didn't come down with a bug, if he got mono. Remember, mono was going through the NBA for a minute. Like, we was getting scurvy was coming back. I don't know. Like, we was getting these old pirate diseases. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is, but in that second half, he looked gassed. And he looked like, I don't think I'm the best player on the court. And if that's the mindset, especially in that second half that you're going to go out there with, that I have to get everybody else involved for us to win this, series over. Now, I don't think he's that kind of player because I've seen him go through Rudy. I've seen him literally disrespect Rudy Gobert. Like, to the point where I was like, yo, Gobert, there's no way he's finna win. There's no way he's finna win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, Jokic goes through these guys often. And that's why, to me, it's like watching how they've played him, it looks like Jokic has no idea how he wants to play his game. He's looking like, okay, hey, Murray, you was able to save us through the first Lakers series a couple times. Bow needs you to step up big here. Jamal Murray's that boy is in purgatory right now. There's no other like he's it's not going to get easier for him. This is the best defense in the NBA for a reason. And literally in all 3 games, the way that you've beaten them is your best player being your best player. Your best player took 13 shots. Unless you go 13 for 13, which I think he's actually done versus the Wolves.
The Wolves won the season series.
The Wolves won the season series, yeah. But they didn't win. They didn't beat Jokic.
Okay.
I mean. Listen, there's one way to do this. Like, are we saying there's a way for the Denver Nuggets to win if Nikola Jokic isn't shooting shots?
No,
there's not a way for them to win.
We saw what it looks like now.
Jamal Murray.
The fact that they won by 26 points and then still only had them score 80 without the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, like, what are we saying? Because to me, Jokic had a really good game. If you look at it on paper, 16, 16, and 8, for when he only shot 5 for 13, which is still bad. Usually, that's really, really good numbers. But you're telling me, okay, I still need more from my best guy on the team, usually the best guy on the floor. Also, Murray, as that second score, 8 points on 16.7% shooting. That's horrible. So you have to give credit to where credit is due. That defense, that stifling defense from Minnesota, is showing it's showing itself. Jaden McDaniels only had 5 points, but where he showed up was his defense. Kyle Anderson, slow-mo, always good across the board. 9 points, or rather 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 points. Like those productions or what they give you really goes a long way in the way that this game turned out.
No, 100%. And listen, I get it. It's a lot of pressure to put on Jokic, but that's what you're supposed to do when you're the best player. That's what's supposed to be placed upon you, because the Jokic that I saw in the first 4 games against them this season was 25-10-3, 35-16-2, 32-10-5, 41-11-7. That's your only hope. If you got
the 41-point game he won. They won that game. I think they won that. I just recently looked at it. But I remember watching 2 of those games and thinking, oh, this is a matchup nightmare because the others matter more in these series. And I think Shaq always, points out the others. The others on this team were checked out early, and they were checked out in the first matchup. it doesn't matter how much Jokic scores, the others help carry the load so much. And he doesn't have, like, Jamal Murray right now can't be Batman to his Superman. For whatever reason, injury, whatever it is, he can't do it right now. MPJ is not that guy. MPJ is a bona fide shooter. He's not very effective outside of that. And he knows his game. Any open mid-range, he's taking a 2-step back and he's taking a 3. That's his game. It's okay. But it was designed for Jokic. And when you have your point guard down, you're not getting much help. I don't know where Christian Brown was. I think he's hurt. I know Reggie Jackson's injured. They don't have a lot going right there. And it's just hitting at the right time. It's really more about matchup. They're big. Their guards can't stick Minnesota's guards. Denver's bigs can compete with Minnesota's bigs can compete with Denver's bigs. I'm not saying beat. It's just going to come down to that matchup. And realistically,
but those matchups are created from Jokic being that guy, right? MPJ's played well versus Minnesota this year, right? He's been a 18 plus points per game guy. Why? Because eventually I gotta put Rudy and I gotta put Cat on you because you cooking us. I gotta collapse. That opens up opportunities for him to pass out of the post, pass out of the paint. Now we're focused on you, right? Like last night, be real, we forgot Jokic was on the court at times. Like, I was watching last night, and I was like, is he, like, they're not doing nothing. Oh, my God, he is out there.
I was actually more impressed with the fact that how they schemed it. Like, the Wolves, like, schemed for that help defense to be there immediately when he put that ball down. They weren't worried about Reggie. They weren't worried about Aaron. And they had one person just staying on MPJ. If you watch it again, now MPJ got fouled a couple of times. I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, the refs last night were letting it be loose, shall we say.
I mean, I don't expect that
back to the 90s, huh?
It was Ruby Rose in the paint.
You know, I think that's also a big thing. When you get played physical and you feel like you're not getting the calls, you kind of check out a little bit. I don't think the series is over, but I do have Minnesota winning it, though. I don't know. Like, I was really impressed with the defense.
I don't think the series is over, but I'd say the series is over if Jokic don't wake up. I guarantee you it's over. If we get into game 3 and he take 13 shots, it's over. Because they don't have to worry about nobody else.
Who else is going to help him?
I mean, listen, you keep saying this like Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon haven't had good games against the T-Wolves this year. They've all played well against the T-Wolves.
He's hurt.
Jamal Murray is hurt.
What they did versus what they can do today is different. He's hurt.
Jamal Murray is hurt. MPJ.
Yeah, Jamal's hurt.
MPJ not. Aaron Gordon not. Aaron Gordon has been a dog. Yeah, I mean, like now listen, I'm not sitting here telling you I want to see him shooting threes, but going to the paint, like a lot of those, okay, I'm driving to the paint, everybody's collapsing on me. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna just dump it right here because Aaron's cutting. Like, we didn't even see that yesterday. We didn't see him get to that spot, and not seeing him get to those spots with a lack of size on the court. I mean, listen, I love Naz Reid. Naz Reid's 6'7", 6'8". Now he's heavy, but it to me, it's one of those things where if you're not being aggressive, I don't have to worry. If I don't have to worry about Jokic, I know I can guard everybody else. Like, they absolutely have the team to guard everybody else on this team. They don't have the team to guard one dude. You can't lead a game with 13 shots. I thought that was it was a cop out.
Shaq worked with him too, right? What did they do? What did teams do against Shaq early in his career? You can get yours. What's everybody else going to do? That's exactly how I play.
Absolutely nothing.
But the difference with Jokic is, okay, you can get yours. But Jokic getting his means at some point we got to adjust to him because he can get his. He can put up 40. But if we don't adjust to him, he could put up 50. He put up 60. A player doing that will break you. So now at a certain point, it don't matter how good you are. Let him get his, but we got to adjust a little bit. That little bit of adjustment, Nikola Jokic ain't Shaq. Nikola Jokic can find the man on the corner when he's not looking. Nikola Jokic can thread the needle on the baseline. Nikola Jokic can kick it back up top. But none of that happens on 13 shots.
Yeah, I was going to say comparatively, Nikola Jokic can shoot too. So I mean, taking 13 shots, if you need twice that production, I would have expected him to take over 20 plus shots. You know, if the team needed it.
Hey, here's my thing. Once you down 40 at the half, what you got? Or what is it, 30? What you got to lose?
Go, just go.
What do you got to lose in the second half? Hey, we down 30. What we gonna be? Down 40? We still losing.
The biggest thing is you now have that 6 man that comes into play. The crowd that's going to be rocking with Minnesota. As they go
in Minnesota, yeah,
it's going to be.
Yeah, they're going. Hey, listen,
so much.
Back
this
to
is
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's
Pat,
over if they win next game. It's over if they down 3-0, right?
Yeah, no team has ever come back from 3-0.
Yeah.
That's a fact. 3-1, yes. 3-0 never happened.
No team has ever come back from 3-0. That's facts.
Yeah.
So
Michael Jordan could do it. No, I'm just playing. I appreciate y'all too. We was going to talk
Michael
about
Jordan's
the
there. If he lost 3 games, he was out.
Facts. That's why I say that's what would be cracking me up when Muzz be like, Michael Jordan was never swept in a series. I was like, Michael Jordan was swept in multiple series, but you only had to win 2 to be in that series. two, or you only had to win 3 to win that series. We don't talk about
best of
that.
5 series, baby. Best of 5.
We don't talk about that. He never lost a 7-game series. I love MJ. I love MJ. I just hate slanted viewpoints. I love having these arguments with like the old heads and then they just lose it. Oh man, appreciate y'all tuning in, showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. We was gonna talk Knicks and Pacers and how exciting that is, but we ran out of time, and guess what? So did the Pacers. Appreciate y'all tuning in, showing love. For the pettiest man alive, Mr. P Kid, and for the man Jordan JC. It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there in Chicago. Bed down, one love. See red. Go Sox.
Go Cubs, go. Don't you dare.
Go Cubs, go.
I don't know. White Sox. Go White Sox.
There you go.
Silver paint. Silver
Skytown.
Skytown.
I'm a dinosaur. Right.
Rawr.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Later.
Whoa.